What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to part 5 of our Pokemon Unbreakable Ties walkthrough. In the previous video, we earned the first gym badge from Gym Leader Silvano, which is the grass-type gym leader. And now we've just encountered some more people in black, and as well as Ida and Silvano. And it looks like the people in black have all surrounded Silvano. The people in black are trying to find out more about where the ex-princess is, and it even offered Silvano a huge amount of money from the royal family. But Silvano said he definitely will not help them at all, and it looks like it's about to turn into a really tough battle. So I think myself and Ada, we might have to step in and help him. We can't let Silvano battle 4 people by himself. You're gonna have to try even things up and take them on. This episode is going to be a movie, so make sure you're comfortable. Get one of your favorite beverages. It's gonna be a long one, but it's gonna be interesting and exciting. So let's get into it. Let's try help Silvano. Let's battle these people in black and try teach them a lesson that they can't just do whatever they want with us. And we're gonna show them not to mess with us. Let's get it! Okay, royal family grunts want to battle, and the first Pokemon they have sent out are both level 16, and they have a Poochyena and a Zigzagoon. So it looks like the people in black also mostly use dark-type Pokemon. Myself and Ada have sent out our Pokemon. I've got a level 18 Machop, and Ida's got Chikorita, which is still level 15. But I'm sure we're gonna teach these Pokemon a lesson. Chikorita does need a bit more training to level up. It's just been knocked out. But now Ida sent out Togepi. I didn't know she had a Togepi in her team, so that's a really cool Pokemon. And we're just about to knock out Poochyena. It's just Zigzagoon left, and they have sent out a level 16 Scorpy, which I believe is like poison and dark type. And Togepi got knocked out as well, but we have taken out Zigzagoon. So Ida's team does need to level up a bit more. Both of her Pokemon got knocked out fairly easily. And now they've sent out a level 16 Zubat. And it's just my Machop hanging in there. Luckily, we can still send out another Pokemon. So let's see, I think we should send out one of our strongest, probably. We're up against 2, so we're going to send out Vulpix. And hopefully our fire attacks are quite effective. And yes, Incinerators cause quite a bit of damage, and it attacks both of them, which is a big plus. We've knocked out Scorpy, and now we've knocked out the Zubat. We've defeated the royal family grunts. Let's see what they have to say now. They seem pretty tough. Where did these kids come from? Guys, what should we do now? We'll talk to the commander, Vesta. In the end, their bark was worse than their bite. I told you not to get involved in this. Things could have gone very differently. We couldn't leave you against 4 guys. It wouldn't be fair. Anyway, it's the royal family. If they remember your faces, you could have serious legal problems. Hey, chick, what's happening? It must be evolving. Combuskin! No way, Chikorita evolved into Combuskin. Must have been because of the fight. I imagine you must be Ida, the 3rd trainer to take me on. Wow, do you know the professor? She's an old friend. I knew her before she became the professor. The professor sure did have a lot of friends. Okay, so Ida also wants to challenge Silvano for the gym badge. She hasn't challenged him yet. So it looks like they're gonna go and sort out that and see if Ida can get her first gym badge. That will be really cool. She's got an advantage now with her Combuskin, which is a fire type, and an evolution Pokemon. So Silvano said because we helped him, he'll give her the badge automatically, but Ida said no way, she wants to challenge him and earn it fair and square. She doesn't want the easy way to get the badge. And Silvano said we should go to Goldfinch Town to deliver the letter. So I suppose we can explore the new route now. This route will go to Route 6. So there's bound to be some awesome new Pokemon for us to catch here. And as you can see, there are some sparkly trees here. So I'm guessing those are trees we can chop. And here are all the awesome new Pokemon we can find in this area. Some really interesting ones. Do you want to cut some wood? Yes, so we can use our axe, and we collected 3 pieces of wood. We can go and take that wood to be sold. And here is another tree with a little spark. It shows us which ones we can cut. And we picked up a paralyzed heal. Ooh, and we've encountered a Shroomish, our first Pokemon on Route 6. We've already got a Shroomish in our team, so we're just gonna knock this one out. But we're gonna talk to all the trainers, see if anyone's down to battle. This guy wants to catch bug Pokemon. He must be a bug catcher. And there's a big bush blocking our path, but we can use Cut now. We did earn Cut after defeating Silvano. And here's our first trainer on Route 6 that we can battle. Lass Emma challenges you. The first Pokemon she's got is a level 14 Oddish. Our Machop should be able to knock it out fairly easily. Oddish is a really cool grass-type Pokemon. I love Pokemon that have 2 evolutions. So Vileplume is an absolute beast, and it's one of the original 151. A lot of people sleep on little Oddish. And our Machop leveled up to level 19. The next Pokemon Lass Emma is sending out is a Pidove, level 14. We almost one-shot it, and we knock it out in our second attack. And that's it for Lass Emma. Earned a bit of Pokemoney. And here's a trainer with his little Weedle. So we're gonna see if he wants to battle, if he just wants to chat. Nah, he's not in the mood for battling. But here we have found another trainer. And apparently Route 6 has a lot of mosquitoes. This guy said he's been bitten all over. He needs some mosquito repellent. And he's only got 1 Pokemon. He sent out a Glameow, which we one-shotted. Our fighting type attacks are effective against normal types. So that was a quick battle. And this guy's also been bitten by mosquitoes. So there must be some water around here. Yes, there's like a little pond here that could be responsible for all the mosquitoes. Okay, and another trainer we're chatting to, and more logs. We can chop down more trees and get more logs. We're gonna try build up a large stash of logs, and then we'll sell them eventually. Okay, this is the right way. There's another trainer for us to battle, and there is one of the royal family grunts at the bottom there. So I'm not sure if we have to battle him in order for him to let us through to Greenfinch. But we defeated the trainer quickly. Let's go see what the man in black has to say. Okay, this trainer actually has 2 Pokemon, but we knocked out both of them. Normal type Pokemon are not a challenge for Machop. Okay, another tree. We can get a bit more wood. And we've encountered another wild Pokemon, a Tailo. I do want to perhaps add a flying type to my team, but I don't know if Tailo's the one. Okay, looks like we can't go south because that guy's blocking us. Ah, but here, the signboard has led us to Greenfinch. It said we must go up north. And more mosquitoes in this area. And more trainers to battle. At least our Pokemon are going to get a bit of experience exploring this route. This trainer's got a level 16 Marill, a water type. Marill is quite cute. It is one of the main Pokemon in the anime, one of the earlier eras. I am super interested to make it to the next town and to find out if there's a gym leader there. We already earned our first gym badge, but I'm already excited to find out who the second gym leader is and what type Pokemon they use. I am going to try train up my team quite a bit off camera and catch a couple Pokemon. We might have to swap up some of our team depending on what type the next gym leader is. But hopefully we can also evolve some of our Pokemon. Okay, we defeated that trainer. We got a bit more wood to chop. Added some wood to our items. And there's a fisherman here enjoying himself, another trainer and more wood to chop. And there's an item there to pick up, so we're gonna have to battle this trainer and then pick up the item. Let's see what you got, trainer. Bug catcher, he's only got one Pokemon, a Surskit. Pretty neat Pokemon. And our Florigato has knocked it out in one shot. And we picked up a TM. That's pretty useful. But now we're gonna make our way to the bridge. We're gonna have to cross over to the other side. We've encountered a wild Fungus, which is an interesting Pokemon, grass type. I do think Fungus has a super cool ability. When it gets hit by a physical attack, it can cause an effect like poisoning or paralyzing or put the opponent to sleep. We defeated the fisherman, and here is another trainer running up and down frantically, and it's Ranger Irene. So she's gonna send out a level 14 Badoo. I'm gonna try train up my Gimmighoul. As you can see, Gimmighoul's only knows 2 attacks. It hasn't really been learning attacks, and it hasn't really been that strong. But I've got a feeling Gimmighoul is kind of like a sleeper Pokemon. It's like a Magikarp. And when it eventually evolves, it will be super strong, like Gyarados becomes an absolute weapon. So I'm hoping when Gimmighoul finally evolves, it will learn some crazy attacks. And Goldengo is definitely one of my favorite new Pokemon from Gen 9. Let me know in the comments, what of the new Pokemon are your favorites? Leave us some of your favorites down below. I'm very curious to see which Pokemon you like. I like Goldengo, and I also like Miraidon quite a bit, and Roaring Moon. Those are really interesting out of the new load. Okay, and now the trainer sent out a Wooloo that we've knocked out. Our Eevee made light work of it. And we've battled a ton of trainers here. We're gonna have a quick chat with the couple sitting on the benches here. I still can't get over how beautiful this game is. I love how much movement there is in the game and how colorful everything is. Uh-oh, here's another royal family grunt sitting on the bench. I wonder what he's up to. I wonder if he wants to battle. Oh wow, we've encountered a Wooloo. I don't think we've caught Wooloo yet, so maybe we should try catch this one, I'm not sure. Okay, let's swap out Gimmighoul because he's not in good shape. We'll send out our Riolu. And let's see, if we don't knock it out, maybe we can try catch it. Oh, but we knock it out. Okay, so Wooloo is not going to be added to our team anytime soon. What do you want? Okay, so these agents don't seem to want to battle. They're just sitting around here. Maybe they're spying. We're going to enter the house and see what these people are up to. Okay, they said their family used to all live here, but a lot of them left. And one of them gave us a miracle seed. That's very nice of them. Okay, so that's the end of the route that direction. Here's a trainer and his Machop. That's pretty cool. And they're doing some training. They both want to get stronger and better together. We're gonna chop a bit more wood. And it looks like we've made it to the end of the route. Will this lead us to the next city? Let's take a look. To the north is Goldfinch Town. Okay, I think that's where we're supposed to be going. Meanwhile, Route 6. So, they're nearby? Yes, we are all working in this area. They're looking for the tombstone that talks about the Aeon Pokemon. You should hide, miss. They're looking for you. I don't know how I'm going to get to Cardinal City to meet these Pokemon. This is definitely going to be problematic. Oh, so are you heading to Cardinal City? It won't be easy, miss. If you want, I can hide you. Remember that I have a higher rank than the grunts, and I can reassign them somewhere else. Don't bother, my dear Aldrich. You're doing a lot for me. I wouldn't want them to suspect you or cause you problems because of me. So Aldrich said he's got a higher rank, so maybe he's a part of the royal family too. Guessing Professor Ulmer was the princess or something before she became the professor. That's the only way the story really makes sense. Okay, so Aldrich is gonna help Professor Ulmer get to Cardinal City. And yes, we've reached Goldfinch Town. Here we can buy some interesting TMs. We're gonna explore the whole town. This is a bit of an interesting place. Here's a nurse that heals our Pokemon, but it's not really in a Pokemon Center. Looks like everyone's living in like little cabins or something. We can explore, we're gonna chat to everyone, see if there's a gym here, and see where we can deliver this letter. That was our main reason for coming here. You're supposed to deliver a letter? Okay, nothing so interesting so far. Chat to this old woman on the bench. And yeah, nothing so far. So we're not allowed to enter up north until we've completed some discipline with the master. Goldfinch Lookout. Do you know what it means to have to leave the palace? Whoa, it looks like this is the king or the prince. You little brats, what does that mean for the supposed champion? Little brats? Do you realize who you're talking to? Remember that your position in the Elite Four doesn't free you to do and say whatever you want. And what about you? Do you think you can do whatever you want just because you're a son of the royal family? Don't you find it dishonorable? If it weren't for that, maybe I'd be in your position, kid. Shh, watch your mouth, old man. Anyway, old man Yang Lao, you didn't summon me here just to tell me that. You have to make up your mind, kid. Did you know that the royal family is looking for one of the biggest energy sources in the world? They're already moving through the southern part of the region. If necessary, they will capture the Aeon Pokemon to make their wishes come true. And what does that have to do with me? The royal family can do whatever they want. We are gods who fell from the sky. And you're not going to do anything about it, not even with the power of a champion that you possess, kid? Yawns. No, not at all. I'm very comfortable with my position. It seems you'll never get out of that ball of filth you're stuck in. Perfect, Archie. We have nothing more to talk about. Perfect. I was starting to fall asleep. Well, old man, don't die before this year's championship. Bye. Okay, so the prince is not a very nice person, it seems. And we've met Yang Lao, which is like a master. He supposedly is a member of the Elite Four, and he's just trying to protect the area. And who are you, kid? Have you come to see me? What, a letter from me? From my little grandson, Yang Shao? Dear Yang Lao, My students and I have been watching the southern area, and we ran into the royal family's goons that you told me about. I heard they were going to Relic Cave. They said they were going to gather several grunts to inspect something. I don't know much more about their plans. I hope everything's going well for you, Grandpa Yang Lao. I hope we'll see each other soon. And I'm sending this via letter because you didn't set up the smartphone I gave you for your birthday. These letters are out of fashion. When are you going to use a mobile phone? From your grandson, Yang Shao. We soul cultivators don't need mobile phones. Don't believe me? Anyway, it seems that the men in black have started to move towards Relic Cave. Forgive my lack of courtesy, let me introduce myself. My name is Yang Lao. I'm the grandfather of little Yang Shao. I'm also one of the representatives of the Elite Four in the Kibia region. What are you traveling to become a Pokemon Master? You remind me of when I was a young man. Your look says a lot, but you still have a long way to go. I guess you're just starting out. Riolu! What a surprise, you have a Riolu. It reminds me of Yang Shao's. It's small, but it has fire in its eyes. Are you trying to learn the move Force Palm? Well, Riolu certainly can learn it, but it'll need to go through hard training. What? You want me to help you master the move? You certainly seem to have some spirits in your eyes, but your level is still low. Okay, awesome. So Yang Lao might do some training with us, and we might learn the new move Force Palm for our Riolu. And he tells us to take the north path where we could find him to do some training. Initially, we weren't allowed there. There was some guy blocking us. But now, Yang Lao said we can go. Okay, so the master has told us that we are his student and we are at the Mountain of Wisdom. Hopefully we can learn some wisdom and get some training in and learn this new attack Force Palm. Sounds pretty powerful. And we've come across an Aura Guardian that we have to take on first, and his first Pokemon is a level 19 Meditite. Hopefully our Machop can take it out. Ooh, and it uses Force Palm and one-shots our Machop. So this Force Palm looks like it's pretty powerful. I think this will really help our Riolu get to the next level. Okay, and Meditite knocked out my Vulpix too, surprisingly, which I can't believe. Vulpix even had a type advantage. But Meditite is level 19, so it looks like some of my Pokemon are under-leveled. Our Riolu just reached level 20. But let's see, we might have a few more Guardians to battle before we reach Yang Lao. And yes, we've reached another trainer here. He also wants to level up his Pokemon. And Aura Guardian Suyan has sent out a level 19 Minfu, which is like a fighting psychic type Pokemon. It might have an advantage against my Gimmighoul, which I think is a ghost type Pokemon. But our Gimmighoul's just slowly attacking, inching away at Minfu's HP. If we can knock it out, we should get a bunch of experience. And Minfu's attack can't really hit us, so we leveled up to level 18. That's exactly what my Gimmighoul needed. And that's 2 Guardians down. And it looks like there's a third for us to take on. Hopefully this is the last one. And then we can do our training with the master. Okay, this trainer's also sends out Meditite, but this one's level 20. And it looks like he's knocked out our Gimmighoul. We only got 3 Pokemon left, but these are some of our strongest. Let's send out our Eevee. Normal attacks won't be very effective, but we'll see what we can do. We'll just try tackle it. It doesn't have much HP left. And we knocked it out. The next Pokemon he's sending out is Taragu, level 20. which is a really cool Pokemon. It can evolve into Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, or Hitmontop. Hitmontop is definitely one of my favorites. And Eevee knocked it out. We just hung in there. We only got 2 HP left. Wow, look at the Master Yang Lao. Your presence can be felt just by your breathing and pulse. Honestly, I didn't think you'd get here so soon. Did you really beat all of the Guardians? Perfect, and I was wrong. It's time to start your training. Your first hurdle will be to reach the breath of nature. What? Don't you know what that is? Yes, I said yours. A trainer must also train with its Pokemon. Not only will your Riolu learn Force Palm, but you will too. Okay, so we gotta kind of train in sync with Riolu, which is pretty interesting. Let's start with meditation. Climb these rocks and we'll start with the path of breathing. Ho ho ho, at least you have good legs. Learn to maintain your composure. When you're able to synchronize your breath, you'll be able to start harnessing the energy of the world. You have a maximum of 2 days to learn it. If you're not able to, then consider me done as your master. Wow, so this looks incredible. We're both on rocks. Yang Lao is like floating on a log. And we're doing a whole bunch of training. And we got a cutscene with Professor Alma, all this running. Good thing Aldrich helped me out of that bind, otherwise all those grunts in the area would have caught me. You can come out now, Psyduck. What's wrong, Psyduck? Did you see something? Oh, you're already here. It's you, Luvia. Wow, I've missed you, Sniff Sniff. Come on, Alma. It hasn't been that long either. Hey, control that snot. You're gonna get it all over me. Sniff. I'm done. Anyway, let's get to the point. It turns out the royal family is inside the cave. They'll probably find the place where the tombstone that talks about the Aeon Pokemon is. The plan would be to go all out against them, but I don't know how complicated it could be. What? Don't even think about it. That's crazy. No matter how strong you are, that's suicide. And even worse, you don't have Latios and Latios by your side. Don't worry, as far as I know, there won't be anyone important from the family in the search for the tombstone. If they're just grunts, I'll be able to finish them off with my Marsh Tomp. Oh, is that Mudkip? It involved? We've trained a lot. We defeated both leader Yang Shao, as well as Sylvano. Even so, you should be careful. Don't worry, we'll be fine. My priority right now is you. Do you know if you can get back through the route you came from, or is it too risky? I should call Sylvano. I need to see what the situation is over there. You definitely deserve it. You've been more than a champion. What, are you serious? I'm getting stronger than I thought. Okay, so it looks like Ida did defeat Sylvano and earned her gym badge, which is awesome news. Well done to Ida. It looks like Sylvano's phone is ringing and he's got a funny ringtone. And Professor Alma has called him. Hey Sylvano, I'm in a tight spot. The area I'm in is so full of grunts. I'm with my assistant Luvia, so there's no real problem, but can I get back through that way? There aren't many escape routes here. The truth is, I have some bad news for you. Since they found out you were around here, this place has been filled with grunts. They're looking for you. It's going to be impossible then, right? Then don't worry. We'll manage. Thanks for the information. Are you sure everything is okay? If necessary, I'll come help. No, really, it's not necessary. See you, Sylvano. Wait, she hung up. Was that the professor? Is everything okay? It seems she's trapped somewhere, but she's not in danger. I'm thinking of going to help her. Don't worry, I'll go. Count on it. But have you seen what the streets are like right now? I don't care, I'll make my way through no matter what. Thanks for the gym badge, Sylvano. See you soon. Wait, Ada! It's impressive how these kids always slip away from me. So it seems like Sylvano actually likes Professor Alma. He might have a little secret crush on her. Well, we'll have to go this way. The other route has got too many grunts. What should we do? I can lend you my Swellow. Are you sure? If I use your Swellow, you won't be able to return to Cardinal City. It's no problem, really. Are you serious? Oh, yeah. Wait, don't get your snot on me again. But everything you're doing for me, Sniff. You're the key for the royal family's plans to succeed. We can't let them get their hands on you. Go, Swallow. Please take Alama to the Cardinal City. We'll see each other when we complete our missions. See you. Thanks again for everything. Okay, so Professor Alama has flown out with Swallow to Cardinal City, and Luvia has encountered Derek now. Why were you with the Professor? That's what I should be asking. Who do you think you are to speak in such a familiar tone? What does it matter to you? I can't explain it to you right now. I don't even know who you are. And I have a very important mission to complete. You dare ignore me. Tell me what's going on right now. Get out of my way. I don't have time to waste with someone who can't take no for an answer. We'll solve this with a Pokemon battle then. Ooh, he sent out his Grovyle. It's impossible for me to lose with the type advantage I have against Marsh Tom. I feel sorry for you, but I'll finish you off as soon as possible. So it looks like they're gonna battle. And we're back to our training. It's really impressive that you have mastered the breath of nature so soon. Now comes the hardest step. Gather the energy in your fists and make the rock behind you explode. That's right, it's not superficial blow. That's what causes the internal paralysis of the body when Force Palm comes into contact with something. Force Palm is certainly a difficult move to master, so you won't always be able to paralyze your opponent. It's time to practice. When you're able to absorb the energy of nature, you can try break the rock. Come on, let's go. Derek, how did I lose, even with a type advantage? This feels so humiliating. So it looks like Derek lost his battle against Luvia. Luvia seems super strong. She's got like a whole team of strong Pokemon. So Derek, you're gonna have to do some training with your Grovyle. Don't give up. And he's having a hard time with this defeat. He shouldn't take it out on his Grovyle. Oh no. Hopefully Derek can brush off his defeat and continue his journey back to training. And yep, he says, damn it, I'm getting soft. He needs to snap out of it and stop being a sore loser. And it seems they're both happy again. Uh-oh, and here are some of the royal family grunts who have been spying and hearing everything that was said. And they want to contact Commander Vesta. Everyone's talking about this commander, so I'm curious who she is. I'm guessing she's a really strong person in the royal family's team. Maybe we will encounter her in this video, I'm not sure. The next morning, Mountain of Wisdom. You did it, and in record time too. This is usually something that can only be learned in days. Now try keep the energy stable in your body. That's surprising. Now, for the moment of truth. Boom! Magnificent! You were able to do it in record time. Not even my grandson, Yang Lao, could do it in this amount of time. So we received TM-101, Force Palm. Seemed like 2 days of training, and we unlocked the ability Force Palm. And I'm so happy it's a TM. We might be able to teach it to more Pokemon, not just our Riolu. And it looks like we've got to make our way to Relic Cave, where all the chaos and drama is unfolding. Apparently there's a tombstone there that holds some secrets to the Aeon Pokemon, which are Latios and Latios. The royal family are trying to capture them so they can use them, and we gotta try stop them at any cost. So we're gonna quickly come heal our Pokemon and then see if we can find this Relic Cave. I'm guessing there's gonna be a whole bunch of royal family grunts there for us to battle. So that will be pretty cool. We'll be able to level up a lot of our team. But now we're going back the way that we came from. If you guys remember, there was one of the royal family grunts blocking the southern path here. But now that person's gone, so we can explore this way. I'm guessing this will lead us to Relic Cave. And on this route, there are some other interesting Pokemon for us to encounter. Some cool ones. And a whole bunch of trainers for us to take on again. I am very nervous that when we get to Relic Cave, we might find this commander. And if we have to battle her, it might be a super tough fight. So we better train up our Pokemon and heal up and stock up on items before we enter the cave. Yeah, our Machop just reached level 20, which is a good milestone. And we defeated this cop. And we're gonna keep exploring the southern route of Route 6. Here's another Gimmighoul in the wild. We're gonna chop some wood and then probably just take out the Gimmighoul quickly. It is some good experience, so we might as well just defeat it. And this one's level 18, so it looks like they're all different levels. We defeated it. We're still training up our Machop. I really want my Machop to evolve into a Machoke soon. So I'm not sure what level that will be, but I'm guessing somewhere in the 20s. If we can get a Machoke before we enter Relic Cave, we should be ready for whatever battles lie ahead. This is a great area to train up your Pokemon, battle all the trainers, battle wild Pokemon, because there is a nurse at the top of this route, so you can just heal your Pokemon, battle until they're knocked out, and then go revive them and train up their level to a strong level. That's what we are currently doing. I want to first battle every single trainer on this route, and then we're going to try level up some of our Pokemon off camera by battling wild Pokemon. Once all of my Pokemon are over level 20 and closer to level 25, we will enter the cave and see if we can help out and stop all these royal family grunts. Try stop their plans and protect Professor Alma. Okay, this trainer's got a level 19 Chatot, which is a pretty cool flying type Pokemon. I do want to train up my Eevee as well. I still haven't decided which Pokemon I want Eevee to evolve into. Leave us a comment down below. Who should I evolve Eevee into? I'm leaning towards Umbreon or Espeon, but I'm really not sure. If you guys can let me know, maybe I will choose whatever Pokemon you decide on. I do like all the evolutions. But Umbreon, Jolteon, Espeon, Vaporeon, those are kind of my favorites. But it's so hard, it changes from time to time. And our Riolu just learned Bullet Punch, so our Riolu should be ready for whatever's ahead. It's learned Bullet Punch, and we've got Force Palm, which Master Yang Lao has taught us. So we should have some strong attacks with our Riolu. Okay, we found another fisherman to battle, another trainer, and he's got a level 16 Barboach, which is an interesting one. There are so many interesting water-type Pokemon now, I don't even know who half of them evolve into. Like Barboach, I don't even know if it has an evolution or what it is. Let me know, do you guys know who Barboach evolves into? There's some trivia for you. And we knocked out Wooper. Okay, now we're back where we started, where these two trainers are. We didn't battle them though, but it is a tag team battle, and they've got Nidoran, female and male version. So so that's a pretty cool matchup. And I've got Eevee and Gimmighoul, but both of them are almost knocked out. I don't know if they're gonna last very long. Now, Eevee got knocked out. Let's send out Vulpix. We need to find a Firestone to evolve Vulpix. If we can get Ninetales, that will definitely give our team a bit of a boost. Right now, at the moment, Florigato is probably our strongest Pokemon, as it is an evolution. Until some of our other Pokemon evolve, then Florigato is our strongest. Okay, we've defeated those two tag team trainers. We chopped a bit of wood. And we're going to do a bit of training in the wild now. So I am going to cut that off camera so you won't even see it. But I do recommend you guys train up your Pokemon here before entering the cave. You do want to try level your Pokemon up to around level 24, 25. At least most of them. Otherwise, the cave is going to be a super tough challenge. And here we've encountered one of the royal family grunts, and she's gonna battle us. She doesn't want us to enter the cave. If we can defeat her, we will probably be allowed to go in. And she sends out a level 19 Krogunk, which we should make light work of. I have got my Riolu up front now, and Riolu is gonna knock it out. So let's see if this royal family grunt can move out the way. And Vulpix wants to learn Confuse Ray, which could come in really handy. So I think we're going to learn that for sure. My goodness, the royal family is going to kill me. I'm out of here. Okay, so now we are allowed into the cave. So let's see what's in store for us in the cave. We've encountered a wild Pokemon. And it's a little Diglett, which is pretty cool. One of the original 151. I'm guessing there's going to be a ton of royal family grunts in here. Here are all the awesome Pokemon we can find in the cave. I do have my eye on Aron. It's a really cool steel-type Pokemon. And it evolves eventually into Aggron, which is an absolute beast. So we will try and catch one of those. And we just defeated this hiker. He's got two Pokemon. His next Pokemon is a Bonsley, which we one-shotted. And as you can see, my Florigato is level 23. So we are going to do a bit more training. And here's the first royal family grunt we're going to battle. There's probably a lot more in store for us. And he's only got one Pokemon, a level 19 Poochyena. But if the royal family grunts Pokemon are all around level 20, I'm guessing the commander's gonna be like 23, 24. That's why I recommend you do some training. Is this a tombstone that explains the origin of the Aeon Pokemon? That's right, Commander Vesta. What is this language? I can't understand anything here. It is the language of the unknown. Don't worry, I can read it. Wait, don't even think about it. Luvia, get out of there right now. The tombstone must not be read. What? The girl? Well, so the rumors were true. Someone would come to thwart our plans in Relic Cave. How did they know? Did they discover me without realizing it? Can't be. I'm very cautious. This is a problem. I didn't think a high-ranking member would be here, but this lady seems to be someone quite important. It's too late to back out now. We have to fight. So you're here to spoil the party, huh? Look, I don't like kids. I think you're dealing with someone out of your league. And if you want to prevent something like this, it means you know something about it. So I'll personally take care of you. Salazzle. Whoa, so Commander Vesta has a Salazzle? Let's teach them a lesson, Marsh Tom. I'll show you the very depths of hell, brat. Whoa, I wonder who's gonna win that battle. Okay, so they're busy battling. We've got to try and make our way there to help in case Luvia does get defeated. But Commander Vesta looks super scary. We might have to do some extra training quickly. And she has a Salazzle, which is a super rare fire and poison type. If you guys don't know, Salazzle only evolves if you have the female version. I think you can only get a Salazzle if you find the female Pokemon. And they're super rare to come by. Most of the Pokemon you find are all males. So she's got a super rare Salazzle in her team. I wouldn't mind adding a Salazzle on our team if we find a female version. Okay, and we can use Rock Smash now thanks to Yang Lao's training. He taught us how to smash rocks, so we can start picking up items that are all hidden behind rocks. We might have to do a bit of a backtrack as well to smash any rocks that we have missed so far in the start of the game. I'm really hoping that Luvia will be able to defeat the commander. If not, we're gonna have to take on the commander. And she looks creepy. It looks like she's got some kind of tattoo on her face or something. I'm not trying to mess with anyone with a tattoo on their face. Okay, we've picked up a super potion that might come in handy. And before we can go lower into Relic Cave, we've got to defeat another royal family grunt. And he sends out a little Meowth, but this looks like the alternate form. Maybe Galarian mouth? And also, Luvia defeated Derek super easily, even though Derek had a type advantage. So if Luvia then loses to the commander must be super strong. Because we've battled Derek, and we defeated Derek fairly easily, but Luvia is stronger than Derek, and if Luvia loses, the commander is stronger than Luvia. So, I'm guessing she's gonna be super strong. Marsh Tom! Darn, if only I had Swillow with me. Marsh Tom was tired from the fight with that boy earlier. Damn it. Did you really think you could face me? Little rats, this is your punishment for messing with the most beautiful woman of the royal family. It's over. Catch her. Kids drive me crazy. That's what you deserve. Ditto! Where did this Pokemon come from? Hey, what are you doing with my Ditto? It's Rodolfo. What are you doing? We were playing. Kid, get out of here. Don't get into trouble. Shut up. No one gives me orders. Where did this kid come from? Now you'll see what happens to those who mess with me. Transform. Okay, so Rodolfo's Ditto transformed into Lucario. Rodolfo's crazy. But he's super funny. But can you believe it? Luvia lost to the commander. So it looks like we're gonna have to try come and save the day. Luvia lost because obviously her Pokemon weren't fully healed from battle with Derek. And here's Salander. This is the Pokemon that can evolve into Salazzle, but you need the female version like this one. Okay, so we're gonna have to make sure our Pokemon are healed up before we reach the area with Commander Vesta. And I wonder if Rodolfo is going to be knocked out by the time we get there. As you can see, 3 of our Pokemon are already knocked out from all the battles. So we are going to have to heal up before we try enter that area. I'm pretty nervous of Commander Vesta. We lost. This can't be happening. It was easier than beating a Magikarp. That's what you get for messing with the strongest and most beautiful person on this planet. You keep louching, you'll fall to the ground. Damn, kid, shut up. I don't think the royal family will say anything about knocking out a little kid, right? Stop, he's just a kid. And why should I care? I hate them with all my might. Okay, so Commander Vesta is pretty full of herself. Seems she loves herself and she thinks she's the most powerful and beautiful person in the royal family. And a guard comes running in, saying there's an intruder, and it's us. It's Flips and our Riolu. Commander Vesta, you're gonna have to stop now. We're gonna teach you a lesson. And Rodolfo comes in pretending that we're his best buddy again and that we're gonna save the day. We are gonna save the day, but we don't really know Rodolfo too well. But I love his funny character. Okay, so let's see what Commander Vesta has in store. Let's take this to a Pokemon battle. Let's see what you've got, Commander Vesta. And looks like Luvia's gonna try and hold up the rest of the grunts there while we take on Vesta. Okay, luckily the royal family commander only has 3 Pokemon. We know she has a Salazzle, which is a beast, but her first Pokemon is also a level 21 Mightyena. Our Machop knocks it out. As you can see, my Machop is being trained up to level 25, which I needed to do because Commander Vesta is super strong. The next Pokemon she sends out is a Golbat, which knocks out my Machop. So we're gonna send out our Florigato, which is also level 26 now. So this is a good indication of what level your team should be. You should definitely have 1 or 2 Pokemon that are level 25 or 26 because she is a strong challenge. Okay, now we're gonna send out Gimmighoul. Gimmighoul has not done too much damage, but he did take a bit of Golbat's HP away. And we're gonna send out Florigato again. We're gonna try hit it with a bite or 2. Seems our bite does cause a bit of damage. And we knock out Golbat, but we only got 2 HP left. And now it's time for her strongest Pokemon, Salazzle. Wow, it looks pretty cool. It's not often you see Salazzle. I'm actually pretty jealous. I want to catch a Salandit now and evolve it into a Salazzle. And it knocks out our Florigato. We got 3 Pokemon left. Eevee, Riolu, and Vulpix. We're gonna send out Eevee first. Eevee does have a dig attack, which could be quite effective against Salazzle. And yes, we one-shot Salazzle. And that's it, we defeated Commander Vesta. We taught her a lesson. Salaz! How is this possible? The perfect Commander Vesta defeated by a bunch of kids? Why are you getting in my way? My life is at stake. You're doing this just for a couple of Pokemon you don't even know. Think of yourselves, you won't survive after this intrusion. Shit, now we have a problem. You, researcher, were you able to read that tombstone yet? I'm not as good as deciphering things. According to this, Latios and Latios lived around the southern island, but after the incident years ago, they have been missing. And what about the sphere? It is said that the sphere is linked to Latios' soul, so we'll need him to use it. We'll have to continue pursuing the former princess. Okay, so it looks like they still need to catch the former princess in order for their plan to work. And they did decipher some of the tombstone, which is bad news. We failed. They managed to read the tombstone. Although we still have some time, it won't be easy. Good thing you arrived. I didn't expect having to deal with a royal family commander. Your battling style was impressive. What, you're Professor Alma's students? What a coincidence. She's an old friend of mine. You saved me this time. Okay, so it looks like everyone is heading to Cardinal City. We're gonna have to make our way there, I guess. And Livia says she hopes to see us soon. And Rodolfo tells us we're a really strong trainer. Okay, so he's also gonna continue with his adventure. Now, it looks like we can explore the rest of the cave. There is an item here for us to pick up. And it's a nugget, so that will be worth a lot if we sell it. Now, the tombstone is in unknown language, and it says Latios and Latios, the Aeon Pokemon. And something about they're based in the Akebia region. It is pretty tough to read, but let me know. Can you guys decipher it? Can you read the unknown language? Let us know in the comments what the message says. That'll be super helpful. But it looks like that's all there is, really, in the Relic Cave. Whoa! I can't believe it, a shiny Axew? You don't know how happy the princess will be if I give it to her. Whoa, no, little one, don't run. Come with me. You're mine now, little one. Ada, where did we end up? We always tease Derek, but now we're the ones who are lost this time. A girl? Are you lost? What do you mean a girl? I'm a young lady. Hey, where do you think you're going? Oh, who's this little one? It's an Axew, right? Although it is somewhat a strange color, it might be sick, don't you think? Brad, give me back my Axew. Who do you think you are? Axew! Do you want to fight, Axew? Let's give this old man a lesson. Combustion! Damn, Brad, are you trying to take it from me? It doesn't seem to want to be with you. You'll pay for this. Wow, so it looks like Axew is fighting with Ada. If Axew becomes her Pokemon, she's gonna have a super strong team. And it's a shiny Axew. Okay, they defeat the royal family grunts. And Axew wants to join her party. No way. So Ada got her first shiny Pokemon. What a gem. We're gonna end off the video here. Until next time, thanks for watching.